It's a beautiful day in Adelaide and the Port fans are still coming into the ground here at Amy's Stadium. They are hoping against hope that their team can prevail today against the Sydney Swans. Well, what a day it should be, and a man who was in the commentary box last night at the MCG. Have you recovered, Tim Lane? Welcome.
Nice to feel a bit of sunshine. It was a bit crisp at the MCG, Hutto, but lovely day here. Great night last night. Not sure whether this can quite live up to it, but I reckon Port are ready. You think about last year, I mean, they lost to the two grand finalists, Collingwood and Brisbane, and there was no shame in that.
Well, their opponents, the Sydney Swans, they've confounded the critics all year, Steve. A lot of people had them last when they did their predictions before the season started. And again, not too many people are giving them a chance today.
Well, then.
Well, you can feel the anticipation in the air. We're ready to get underway. Port Adelaide versus the Sydney Swans.
And it's umpire Hayden Kennedy with Brett Rosebery and Corin Rowe. And first blood in the ruck to Goods and the takeaway to Kirk. Best stopper in the game this year. Wakeland dropped the mark. Creswell over the ball, but somehow it was prized out.
And denying the switch. And Goods takes the mark.
No, let it go, you play with it. Don't do that for me, Shannon. Wait for it there, Dean.
So Adam Goods, you would think the distance beyond him here, although it's a vacant square, goes for Hall. And Hall gets away, and this is... And he makes good contact in terms of distance. And he's got the accuracy. It's a goal to the Swans.
All the Swans in the early part, and now a goal to show for it. Umpire Rosebery, just about a perfect 10 with the bounce. Brogan the hand onto the ball. And Carr, who's been picked up surprisingly by Kirk. Now Treadray and Shawble. Treadray did well. Brute strength there. How's the kick? Just a little wide. Port's first forward move. Now Stevens and Williams opposed to each other, and that's a magnificent delivery with the left foot. The mark paid to Lade. Don't know whether it would have been paid last night at the MCG.
No.
Kickable from there, but he looks uncertain about it.
Just needs to settle here. Go back, have your shot.
It looks as though he wants to do anything but. Now, might have to. Port could do with the steadier. Not so much on the scoreboard, but for the lining of the stomach. And the veteran Lade delivers with a perfect kick.
Bit of hesitation. Back to Kirk. Slow build-up, somewhat painful. Schneider loves the smell of the goals. Hall's recovered. And he limps back, though. He doesn't look good. Well, what a disaster it would be for the Swans if they lost Barry Hall at this very early stage. He started with 2 marks. He's kicked a goal already. He'll certainly put the Swans in front here. It's a question of by how far, and he hits the post.
Nick's still a chance. He's a serious chance now. Davis doesn't miss, won't miss, and the Swans get their second.
Scoreboard also not the sight they'd like to see, because the Swans have made a very bright start, and out of the middle, Goods better watch out. Byron was coming. He did well to effect the tackle. Swans keep it alive. Roberts Thompson kicks another one. A stunning start. That's 3. 3 goals to 117. And they've been giving an awful fright here.
Well, they have. And
Lade and Goods. Laid beautifully. Kane Corns. Peter Burgoyne. Corns again. Shawble has it covered again. Treadray takes it off him. Due now. Dangerous from there. Stevens. Port have their second.
Seems like things have settled a bit, doesn't it, towards the end of the quarter?
Port certainly have settled.
So how will they go? Oh, it's going to be against him.
He's second of the quarter.
7 goals, 4 for the season going into today. Kick 2 against the Swans last time in round 13. Brendan Lade taking his chances in this Port Adelaide team with both hands and gets their third. And the switch is on here. Laid. The link. Not sure what he's going to do now.
Holding. Free kick.
Downfield.
Against you, Stewie. No. There's no need for you to grab him. No need for you to grab him. No.
Well, it's going to cost them a goal probably here.
It's against you, Stewie, for holding. There was no need to grab hold of it. Had a good look at it.
Well, Hayden Kennedy was confident with what he saw.
The free kick either goes where the ball is or where the infringement occurred, depending upon which is more advantageous to the team receiving the free. Cochrane was the miscreant, holding Crouch. The ball was only 20 metres out from the Swans' goal. Creswell's having a shot.
And it's going to cost them. And cost them dearly as Creswell converts. And the Swans lead by 7 again.
Not time, I wouldn't think, for Port. Treadray again in good posse. What a start. But time ebbing away. And the Swans have had a good first quarter. Mark Williams has some worries. The underdogs lead by 8 points at the first change.
Roberts-Thompson. Brogan didn't really have the support he needed there. Bolton always good in that situation. Bit of hesitation, but none from Maxfield. Stuart Maxfield, the captain. The team needs another goal. And the skipper provides.
A 14-point lead to the Swans. This could start to get serious for the favourites. Crashing in there was Chad Corns, and it was a crude tackle. Well done, Crouch, just a hand in on it for Roberts-Thompson. Sydney building again. Uncertainty from the youngster. Big bad bustling was leg, surely.
Had to be tripped.
No free kick. Wanganeen. Here comes Bazza again. 40 out. Not a bad effort. He's done it. The Swans lead by 20. Hall has his second, and it is getting serious for Port Adelaide.
Well, it is, and
20 points the margin. Absolutely stunned, this crowd, and Adam Goods again gets them going.
Now Kirk. And Sydney setting this up comfortably to Creswell.
great
Here's
kick.
Hall again. Too easy.
Well, they've got space, Sydney. If you're going to give Sydney space, they will chop you up.
So Hall, with the man on the mark, 25 metres out, lining up for his 30, has 2-2. He's giving Wakeman a very tough time. Naked 3, and the Swans lead by 25. Thompson. Peter Burgoyne, though, to Carr. Didn't know Nix was coming. Sydney's ball. Crouch on the break. Davis keeps it alive for Crouch.
We've got numbers.
Has 2 moving for him now. Nixon Williams loves these. Does the veteran from 45. It's another. The Swans by 31 points. Well, you wondered whether the first quarter was just one in which Port had to shake off the cobwebs. But they're being blitzed in the second. Sydney have kicked 4 goals to none.
Yes, and they're just lacking confidence at the moment, Port. They're rushing, lack of teamwork, but just that passage of play there by the Swans, they have numbers. They're able to release the ball. When they're under pressure, they can get a handball away. They are playing a sensational game, the Swans.
Brogan coming off, Lade coming on. It worked well for them in the opening quarter. Plenty of numbers inside this Sydney forward line. Again, Davis, the target from Hall. Here's Snyder. Still the ball is alive. Bishop going for the boundary. Another chance. Bolton. I see it, but I don't believe it. Another goal of the Swans.
Jude Bolton has given Sydney a 37-point lead. The entries to the 50, 23-11. It's a mismatch, all right, just like we predicted, but the wrong way round. Peter Burgoyne swamped, and here they go again. Kennelly trying the place kick. Guerra just on. And Port at least reached the 50. Treadway all wrapped up. Now Pickett, they need him to do something.
Look at Goods.
Oh, brilliant improvisation.
They're kicking goals at both ends, Tim.
Kirk will look for a little short pass inside 50.
10 marks in a row for the Swans.
On the 50 there, Jared. One more step, I'll call you.
Again, it's too far out for Kirk to consider having a shot, you would think. Hall makes his lead now into the pocket. Still scoring for it. Here it is.
Well, they're falling off their opponents.
Barry Hall. 3 goals, 2 he's kicked for the day. It's been an incredible performance by both he and the Swans. They've kicked 5 straight for the quarter. It's been a hallmark of their season, if you pardon the pun.
Oh, my God.
And you summed it up, Steve. It's extraordinary.
A very quiet home crowd have watched Sydney kick 6 unanswered goals in the second quarter. Port Adelaide have fallen apart. Here's Pickett. But the Swans win it away again. Kirk, Sydney away again. Pumping ball perfectly for Fosdyke. And Port's defence will be under pressure once more. Here's Schneider.
Great kick. Great footy.
Nixie, don't have it reversed. Thanks, Damien. Let him up. Thank you.
25 metres out, directly in front. This for an 8-goal lead, 5 minutes from half-time.
14 more marks for the quarter.
Incredible.
One of the most extraordinary halves of finals football in any year. Schneider. A rare error. The spell just broken for the moment. Sydney by 43.
Sometimes you can look back on misses like that and then rue them. I know that's a long way away at the moment. Big trouble. The umpire let him get away with it. Great smother from Sean Burgoyne. They've got to start doing those hard things, Port, and create some team spirit. Guerra's a big kick. He winds up well. It's a vacant square at last. Finally, a Port Adelaide goal. It took 24 minutes, and now they're 4-4-28 to 10-5-65, and it's back to 37.
Oh, did they need that one? Probably occurred to the mistake by Leo Barry. The first thought was probably the best one. Slipped over. Aguero was
Jack Corns. Back to Stevens, giving them something in midfield.
Oh, well done.
Great effort by Barry, and Wanganeen copped him in full flight. Kennelly to Stevens. Ablett and Nix. Now Kennelly again. Now Craig Bolton. Swans on the rebound. And Creswell has a hectare. He can go all the way here. No one coming at him. He's within 35. And he kicks his second.
Well, Wanganeen on screen. The effort by Leo Barry, sensational. Going back with the flight of the ball, both courageous. Wanganeen comes off the worst, but that was committed footy. More importantly,
Nick's working it well clear of goal. Lade gives Port a chance. They need something to hang their hats on at half-time. Corns, well-weighted kick. Beautiful kick.
try and break this one, Tim. Need a bit of a steadier.
Just trying to remember whether Mark Williams was at Windy Hill back in '93 when Essendon trailed Adelaide by 7 goals at halfway in a preliminary final. Whether he could draw something from the knowledge and memory of that. Here's Montgomery. It's a miss. It's a wide. The margin 41 points. .40 points, in fact.
Port need to get something going here. Bishop with 20 seconds. Who's going to be there to take a mark? Doesn't look like there's anyone except Leo Barry. Whether he's leaping or not, he has had a sensational year and has really pressed his case for All-Australian selection over the 22 weeks. And who would have thought that before the season started? An unbelievable half of football by the Sydney Swans. There would have been few better considering the circumstances over the years in finals footy, Steve. It sees them lead by 40 points.
Yes, some sensational play by the Swans.
Still completely stunned by the scoreline here at halftime. The Port crowd watching their team just collapse in the first half under the finals pressure against the Swans. 40 points is the margin. Steve, we know they'll come back, but can they come back enough to have a chance to win?
Well, if there's a team in the competition that can do it, I think it's Port. They've got enormous talent. Just interesting, though, on the bench at the moment are both Corn brothers, both Chad and Kane. So, obviously, the structure out there, Mark Williams has changed it.
Put your head on the block, Steve. Will they win?
I can't see them winning, but I'm going to go. I think the Swans have got too much momentum.
It looks like Chad Corn's on the bench.
Pickett and Wanganeen both forward. Ware still up there, and the two talls, Treadray and Adelaide, close to goal as the second half starts. And the top team, the minor premiers, start 40 points down, and Maxfield gives the Swans the first run forward. Stevens to Williams. Oh, he couldn't surely. And he doesn't. In fact, he misses everything. What a flyer that would have been for Sydney. That could just about have broken them.
Well, it was just up very well.
Well, Byron Pickett can give them a chance here. Schofield swinging past. Kicks well. Lade. Big body in front. Between Lade and Bolton from 40. There's the first. Kick by Brendan Lade.
It's the kind of situation in which the pursuing team can generate great momentum if it can make something happen early. And Brogan gets a clean hand on that. Now Carr. Guerra sitting it up. Lade can't get to that. Treadray waits down. Open goal for Stevens. It's back to 28, and it's happened in a flash. Hello, Ted Hopkins. Hello, Essendon in that preliminary final back in 93.
Well, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Hall's surrounded by Port players. Back in the square. Adjusted the kick beautifully.
Great kick.
And Hall takes the mark. And wherever Barry Hall is, the way he's kicking today, he is within range and quite capable of getting the accuracy. Wonderful afternoon, Barry Hall. 7 marks. He's kicked 4 goals, 2. 60 for the season. Port Adelaide have come out hard in this quarter. But Barry Hall has made a statement.
Hardwick again. Now Pickett. If it'll sit. Turf a little soft here. A lot of them have fallen over today. Treadray hasn't had a big day yet. Was Nick's in his back? He was.
Coming up for his 7th disposal. Hasn't kicked a goal today.
Huge kick. They're 34 points down. He cuts it to 28.
Warren Treadray on the rampage now. Port Adelaide have cut it back to 28. And the Swans have some problems. Mark Williams, whatever he said at halftime, it seems to have worked. They've kicked 3 goals to 1. But the Swans aren't going to die quickly. Out of the middle again. Bolton surging forward. Misses. Things can swing so quickly. Let's get to the boundary line. Christie.
I think Kennelly might be done for the game. He's come off with a corked leg.
Cop that. So another goal so important for Port.
Oh, Adam Goods again. The athleticism. Brilliant stuff. Crouch, Williams and Hall on the end of it again. Hard to stop. This will test him. Man of the mark is 49.5 out. Given the circumstances,
Oh, great kick.
That's probably the best of them all. From Barry Hall.
Port came out blazing, but after 20 minutes, all they have to show for it is a 4-point reduction in Sydney's lead.
Crowd figure just been handed to us, 33,968. And this performance from Port wouldn't encourage them to be coming again next time. I'm sure they'll be here, whether it's in a week or 2 weeks' time. Lade might get a free. There was some jumper in the grasp.
Jumper.
Viciously.
So Brendan Lade needs a very steady foot through it there, and he's done the job. He's got 4 and he keeps them in touch.
The dying minutes of this third quarter, crucial to Port Adelaide hopes. Lips tightening. Mouths dry. Margin 5 goals. Perfect bounce, Hayden Kennedy. Schofield to Stevens. Paxman running out of the back half. Corns playing down the back. Gives them a chance. Treadray with 2 against him, leaping Leo. Hope he didn't hurt himself on landing. Sydney free kick.
Contact was high.
He's just so reckless, isn't he? What a stunning effort from Leo Barry.
The day has missed 2 or 3 sitters of marks. Creswell. Roberts Thompson serving him well. Now Williams on the breakaway. Hall has had to come a long way up ground, but has Maxfield running for him. Umpire busted his way. Here's Goods. An open goal in front of him. If it'll sit, it's gone through. Williams has kicked a monster. And perhaps a killer. A Maxfield rather.
Well, that hurts. That hurts Port. I'm pretty sure that Sydney were protecting the lead the last couple of minutes. But this is a monster.
He's kicked that from the logo on the wing.
Didn't quite have the bounce of the James Hird kick on Friday night, but did travel at least 70, 80 metres.
Sums up a bit the bravery of the Swans' performance. Their coach on crutches, only one spare man on the bench. But they've come out against the top side, the #1 team in the AFL. And they've blown them away. They lead by 36. Brendan Lane. Treadray and Burgoyne. Again, Burgoyne couldn't take it. Oh, here's a chance. Treadray. The heroics that time from Nix. Crouch. Good tackling. Fierce stuff. Crucial 40 seconds. High tackle. Port Adelaide.
The tackle came above his neck when he's on the ground.
We're nowhere near it.
Yes, he did. There he is there, Kane.
Kane Corns. That was it.
They've kicked 5 goals to 3 for the quarter.
That's good, you too.
Not enough on a pro rata basis, but at least it puts them in touch. Trying to gain it out of the middle quickly. Kingsley. Seconds against them here. Corns, who kicked that goal. Bounce good for Montgomery. Gives Schofield half a chance. They've got to be quick. They've got to be good. Someone's got to snare it. Treadray is that man. No, he's not. Chad Corns is. After the siren, Chad Corns to cut it to 24 points. Oh, did he mark it? Maybe not.
It deserved it, didn't it? But by the letter of the law, it didn't look like it was.
The brothers Corns put Port Adelaide back in it. They've cut it from 40 to 24. They're still alive.
Snyder. Oh, you can't believe he's in his first year of football. He is a rising star. Barry Hall has been sublime today. Nick Davis, talk about sublime. What a mark.
We talked about the first goal of this quarter. Could this be it? So crucial.
Well, he's one of the game's best sharpshooters normally, but this is not a normal situation. But still, he's done it. He's done it.
The margin back out to 29. It's a long way back for Port. And they're not playing like a side that can do it. Brogan gives them a chance here. But the Swans cover it. Kirk. High tackle. It is shaping as a catastrophic outcome for Port Adelaide Footy Club. 29 points down. Less than 13 minutes to rescue the situation. A free kick to Brogan, now advantage. Nick Stevens sits it up, hoping for Treadray. Half volley. Sean Burgoyne trying to do something. Treadray, well done to Peter Burgoyne. You can mark this down.
This team laden with talent, and we finally saw some of it on display then. 23 points the equation now.
Creswell keeps coming, and the ball sits obligingly. And here's Big Bad Barry giving it back to Creswell, who's kicked a couple. One more might finish it. How will it bounce? It bounces to Roberts Thompson. Kane Corns getting a hand onto it.
It's a handy point.
4 goals the margin.
Treadray's coming. And he arrives in time. Montgomery, it's a tough corner to kick a goal. He decides it's too tough. Lade! Brendan Lade. 25 out. Cool head. Crisp kick. Here they come.
The crowd are a factor now. Port as close as they've been since the second quarter.
It's almost getting to the desperate stage now for Port. Even more so. Nick Fosdyke on the lead. Davis in the slips has taken the mark. And it's almost Tony Lockett-esque. Any score will do.
And the glimpse of Mark Williams in the seconds after he took the mark, absolutely telling. The first public show of emotion for the day, as he knows that if this goes straight, Port are on the way out.
The ball couldn't be in any better hands. Nick Davis. Is it a score? It is a score. A winning behind, perhaps. Maybe there's time. Sweeping handball. Gavin Wanganeen got Peter Burgoyne inside 50. He hesitates and now has to go back, soak up some of the pressure and the precious seconds.
Ever seen a player run back to take his kick for goal?
Needs to kick it.
5 minutes left. We remember the horror of last year in the same match against Collingwood when he played on from point-blank range to miss. His brother marks it. Had a nightmare of a day and is not confident enough to have a shot. Gets the result he was after.
Maxfield.
It's not the countdown clock.
That's the count up. Carr. There's still a chance. It's a goal. There's still a chance for Port Adelaide and Mark Williams to redeem themselves. They'll have to score 3 times to win. It's unlikely, Steve, but maybe.
Yes, this next hit out's so critical.
This time the ball jars loose. Stevens, they've got to be clean. He goes for Mr. Number 1. He goes for number 2. Calls. Yes! Extraordinary mark. But the kick did not match the mark. And the margin is 12.
Extra time wouldn't be a bad result for Port.
I was just going to say.
It would be a magnificent result for Port.
A draw might be a fitting result, but it can't be the result today.
We don't know how long left.
Adelaide find a path through there. Nothing left in the tank.
Good smother.
But he got a smother in. Feinstein just blasts away. Nothing to kick to. Tailored it for the boundary line. Made it tough for Kingsley. Hit him in against the line. Siren! Oh, one of the all-time unbelievable finals wins. The Sydney Swans have confounded the critics again. And what can you say about Port Adelaide?
You can say it's going to be a very dark night of the soul for Mark Williams.
15-10, 100 Sydney. 13-10, 88 Port Adelaide. Words just can't describe that effort today.
Can't. That has to go down as one of the Swans' all-time great wins. Travel from Sydney to Adelaide. No one expected them to take this game off. But what a performance. What a performance from the Sydney Swans. They outplayed Port all day. Port players on screen or down on the ground at the moment are dejected, hands on hips. They know that they've let go a huge opportunity.
Let's get down to Mark Aston amongst the heroes.
Barry Hall, that was a bit of all right.
Yeah, it was great. Look, we were written off, and look, we love a challenge, and what a great effort. Great effort.
A sensational start.
Yeah, it was. We've been pretty ordinary in the last couple of weeks when we had starts. Now it's going to be a big focus. Put the pressure back on Port. So.
They put the pressure back on you in the second half. You responded magnificently.
Oh, look, they're a quality side, and I'm sure they'll be up there, and then we'll probably meet them again. But yeah, look, they kept coming, and as you said, we responded. So that's all we asked for.
And what about Adam Goods?
He's a champion, isn't he? Brownlow, get on.
He's pretty good.